Hello internet friends! So today's video is going to be a little bit different, but I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it just the same. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a microwave chocolate mug cake. The recipe I'm going to be using today is from the Pointless book. So if you have the Pointless book you can follow along with it and obviously complete one of the tasks. If not, the recipe will be in the description, or you could just watch this video as you make it. Here is the list of everything that you are going to need to make this cake. First thing you're going to need for this recipe is a large mug or 2 small to medium mugs. A big mug is essential for this recipe because if not it will just overflow onto the microwave and you don't want that. If you can't find a big enough mug, obviously my one is massive, get 2 small mugs and separate the mixture in between them. It should come about 3/4 of the way up. You will also need a tablespoon or some measuring spoon things, but I want to show you the difference between a tablespoon and a dessert spoon because people are always getting them confused. This is a dessert spoon and this is a tablespoon. The tablespoon is the gigantic one, the one that you can't quite fit in your mouth. That's my rule of thumb. If you can't fit it in your mouth, it's a tablespoon. If you don't weigh out all your ingredients beforehand, you will also want a separate spoon to mix with. You will also want a sieve for your flour, and I've got a little tiny dinky one which is just so cute. Now onto the ingredients. You will need 4 tablespoons of self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour then you can use normal flour and add some, I think, baking soda to it. 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Use your favourite cocoa powder because then it will taste so much nicer. 4 tablespoons of caster sugar. 3 tablespoons of milk. 1 medium egg, I don't think you can see it, but 1 medium egg. And 3 tablespoons of sunflower or vegetable oil. If you don't have any oil then you can melt some butter, use the exact same amount, but melt it before you start mixing all the other ingredients together so that it has time to cool. Also with the egg, if you're not weighing out your ingredients before and just putting them straight into the mug, you will want to crack your egg into a different bowl in case you get bits of shell in and you have to fish around in all the other ingredients to get it out, or in case it's accidentally gone rotten or something like that. Have a little bit extra milk as well, just in case the mixture's too dry, so you can add some and it'll just be all nice. A couple of other ingredients which are optional are vanilla extract or essence, 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. I'm not going to be using chocolate chips because I find that they just all sink to the bottom when you put them in and it's not very nice when you get to them at the end. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate my cake afterwards with a curly whirly and some fudge. First of all you want to add all your dry ingredients to the mug, but remember to sift the flour first because otherwise it'll be all lumpy and horrible. Mug to one side and get your egg, and you're going to want a fork for this, so just gently whisk your egg, but once it looks all yellow and frothy and bubbly, add it to the mix. Just give that a stir. It might be a little bit difficult to stir after this, but keep going with it until it's just kind of a paste. Make sure there are no little pockets of flour or sugar or anything that I've got stuck at the bottom underneath. There's a bit. And mix that in as well if there is any. Okay. It should look a bit like that. And gloopy and not very nice, but it will be nice, I promise. Then add the milk. Give that a mix. It goes a bit weird when it's got the milk in, but it'll be fine, I promise. And the oil. Now the oil is a bit more difficult to mix in just because it kind of wants to sit on the top, but be persistent with it and it will mix in eventually. So it should look like this. And then add a little bit of vanilla essence or extract, whatever you have, if you're using it. I'm just going to try some of this, make sure I've got the right amount of vanilla essence and everything in. And I know people are probably going to comment, you can't eat raw egg, you can have the tiniest of tiny bits and it won't kill you. That's fine, lovely. If you are adding chocolate chips, now is the point to add them. Now that you mixed all the ingredients together, it's time to put your cake in the microwave. You need to cook it on the highest setting for 4 to 5 minutes, but always start off with the lowest number of minutes, because you can always cook it for longer if need be, but you can't go back once it's been burnt. If you're cooking your cake in 2 different mugs, remember to cook them separately for the same amount of time. While your cake is cooking, you can go and tidy up your kitchen and put back everything that you've used, but remember to watch it through the window because it might overflow. Mine has now risen quite a bit. I don't know whether you can see, but it's quite far above the mug. I'm hoping that it doesn't spill down the sides, but when I've tried it before it hasn't. Now your cake should be cooked, but you need to definitely make sure. So, get it out. Oh, it looks nice. It smells nice. Get some oven gloves and take it out. And then carefully touch the top. See if it's springy, which my one is. And then take a cocktail stick and push it into the middle. If it comes out dry and clean, then it is done. And my one is. Okay, so that's my cake done then. If your cake isn't springy to the touch and the cocktail stick doesn't come out clean, put it in for another minute and then see if it's done. One trick I learned when I made this cake a few years ago was to get a butter knife and run it around the edge of the cake, because it doesn't get stuck to the side when it cools. You can't do anything about the bottom, unfortunately, so once you've got to the bottom of your cake, once you've finished eating it, just soak it in some water and it should come out a little bit easier. There we go. Now I'm just going to leave that to cool, and while it's cooling I'm going to make my decorations. And there we go. All that curly-whirly stuck in the middle. It might not be the most glamorous looking thing, but I bet it's going to taste nice. Now that we've finished decorating, or baking if you just wanted to bake it, you can finally taste your glorious creation. Oh. Oh, there we go, drop in some of it. It's obviously very, very chocolatey, but it's so nice. To be honest, if I was given this cake, I wouldn't know it came out of the microwave. So nice. So yeah, you can all go away now. I'm just going to stand here and eat this all day. Bye. If you like this video and want to see more, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my face, then hit that subscribe button. I would also really like to see your creation, so please tweet me or send me a photo on Facebook or post a link to your photo in the description and I'll take a look. Also, if you enjoyed making the cake, remember to check out the Pointless book, because it is really, really good. I got it for Christmas and there's so much different stuff in here. I really enjoyed making this video actually, it was really fun, so I hope you guys like it too. Internet friends, I salute you. Over and out.